Welcome back to Horror Movies.
Today, I will be showing you an American zombie body horror film from 2013 titled Contracted. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The opening scene of the movie shows a morgue and a gross scene where one of the workers there is pleasuring himself on a corpse. The corpse has a biohazard symbol tagged in it. An empty test tube is shown as he washes up. In the next scene, we see Sam inside her car, sending a voicemail to her girlfriend, Nikki. Sam enters a house party hosted by her friend, Alice. Everyone she meets there looks at her in an indifferent manner, and she is always on the receiving end of one question: where is Nikki? Zine, one of her male friends, offers her narcotics, but she declines. Sam is heavily drunk, and she again calls Nikki to remind her that she misses her even at 2 a.m. In the meantime, the same man who had made love to the corpse at the morgue approaches Sam and offers her a drink. Sam is so wasted that she doesn't even remember what she had drank. She doesn't know whether the drink that the bald guy offered was hers or not, but still accepts it. She tells him that she is a lesbian and has a girlfriend. After a few sips of the drink, we see Sam being forced inside the car. Cut to the next scene that is day 1. Sam awakes at 2 p.m. amid a bad hangover at her mother's place. She is fond of flowers. Aspiring to become a florist, she is awaiting a response from the university. Sam then meets Nikki and details her about the party the day before. She, however, does not reveal to Nikki that she was forced upon. Nikki seems to be a little bit rude to Sam. We also get to know that Sam's mother does not like her relationship with Nikki, and there's an internal conflict between the two of them. During dinner, Sam's mother tries to insert sense into her, but she doesn't like to be pestered and is angry at her mother. Later, she feels slight pain in her stomach, but doesn't care much and goes to sleep. It is day 2, and Sam wakes up in the morning to a bloodied bedsheet and underwear. She looks into the mirror and sees that her nerves are very prominent around her pelvic area. She dismisses it as her period and goes to take a shower. However, she seems to be bleeding abnormally through her internal organs. When she leaves for work, she receives a call from Alice and finds out that the police had come to Alice's place that morning to inquire about a guy named Brent Jaffe. Brent is the same guy who had forced Sam earlier. Alice asks Sam whether she knew about him, and Sam simply replies that she did not. Sam is now in the restaurant that she works at. As she is about to take the orders from the customers, she feels a ting in her stomach. She cannot even concentrate on the orders. She hears voices all around her head to the extent that she starts mildly hallucinating. She goes to the restroom to compose herself, but she finds herself bleeding heavily again. Worried that she might have contracted venereal disease, Sam goes to see a doctor. The doctor runs some tests on her and asks her about her lovemaking history. Sam confesses that she is a lesbian and that she had unsafe intercourse just 2 days ago, but was definitely sure that she is not pregnant. She also shows her rash just above her private part, but the doctor is unable to detect the exact reason for her continuous bleeding. The doctor then advises her to wear lotion to wear off the rashes. After that, Sam visits Nikki, with whom she seems to have broken up a few days ago. She brings a bottle of wine with her to celebrate the 10 months that they have been together for. Sam wants to atone for the differences that the two of them had by being physical. However, Nikki seems to be uninterested and rudely tells her to go and meet Alice instead. In the middle of the conversation, Sam notices a letter from a university competition that she was eager to receive. Nikki had forgotten to inform Sam about it. She is aware of her wrongdoings and asks Sam if the mail was important. The next scene shows Sam arriving at a restaurant to meet Alice, who tells her that her eyes looked gross. When Sam checks on it, she finds her left eye turning red as if she had taken some narcotics. Alice reminds Sam that the police had issued an alert about Brent Jaffe on the TV like they do with child molesters. Although Sam admits to nothing, she is really worried and even contemplates that all the changes she is encountering might have to do with the encounter she had with Brent. Later, Sam is applying the lotion to her rashes, and suddenly she feels discomfort in her lower stomach. When she is done with the lotion, a maggot-like worm drops out of her private part, which she does not notice. Sam then starts brushing her teeth and suddenly feels something in her mouth, and upon inspecting, she finds a tooth coming out of her mouth. She starts vomiting blood uncontrollably. While she is vomiting, her mother comes up and asks if everything is alright and whether she had been pregnant. Sam agitatedly replies that she is not, and also reveals to her mother that she had got selected for the botanical course. Her mom congratulates her, and day 2 ends. The next day Sam wakes up and finds herself aligning with the commode, with blood flowing from her private part again. She goes to take a shower, and we see that the pupil of her left eye has turned pinkish. The rashes on her body have spread all over, and she seems not to distinguish cold from hot. Sam yells at her mother and asks if she had used all the hot water, to which her mother replies that she hasn't taken a bath yet. When her mother comes to check in, she finds that the bathroom is like a sauna and is suspicious of her daughter as her symptoms are worsening. Her mother then notices a huge chunk of her hair missing. They then engage in a quarrel, which ends with Sam leaving the place. Afterward, Sam heads towards the hospital to see the doctor again. On her way, she receives a call from George, her manager at the restaurant. He tells Sam that there is no one at the restaurant and that she needs to come straight away to cover. She is hesitant and tells him that she is going to see the doctor, but upon persistence, she agrees to go back to work. While she is preparing an order, she feels that her fingernail is degrading, and she peels the nail out of her finger. George comes in and sees that something is wrong with Sam. He looks at her eyes and is worried as her left eye has turned completely white with no pupils and her right eye has turned reddish. George then tells her that she needs to see a doctor immediately. Sam places the order at the table where an elderly couple is sitting and, after a while, hears a scream from the same table. When she goes there, she finds insects on the food and is deeply ashamed and hurriedly leaves the place. Outside, Riley, a guy who has a crush on Sam, stops her and tells her that he had seen her with Brent at the party. He tries to help her by revealing that Brett had been caught and that the police were looking for everyone who had come in contact with him. Sam is angry at Riley because she thinks that he is stalking her. She refuses to be helped and rushes towards the doctor. The doctor is perplexed at Sam's condition and he is unsure of the disease. He then tells Sam to wait for the test results. The doctor suspects that it might be a sexually transmitted disease and advises her not to come into anyone's contacts. Sam, however, visits Zine and wants some narcotics to feel relieved. Sam sniffs something into her nose, and at the same moment, Alice arrives there. Sam finally opens up about what had happened at the party and that she was blurry and couldn't remember Brent's face. Alice is worried and tells Sam that she should see the police. Sam is high and is furious at Alice because she expects Alice to help her conceal her illness rather than expose it. Sam is unconvinced and accuses Alice of trying to incite hatred between her and Nikki. After the altercation, Sam leaves the house in a hurry. When Sam is gone, Zine clarifies to Nikki that he had sold some narcotics to a guy named Brent during the house party. Sam is confused about so many things, and with her body dilapidating with each passing hour, she tries to comfort herself by deciding to visit the university with her flowers. She has an argument with her mother, and her mother breaks into tears by looking at the state that her daughter is in. She even accuses Sam of indulging in narcotics again. Sam leaves her house after saying horrible things to her mother. She enters the premises with her ID, but as soon as the member of the committee sees her appearance, she is deemed unsuitable to compete in the flower competition. This incident breaks her soul. In the next scene, Sam is at Nikki's doorsteps for consult, with worsened symptoms and a deteriorating body. She knocks, but the door does not open. After some time, Nikki opens but is furious at Sam because she got to know from Alice that Sam had slept with a man. Nikki reiterates that since Sam made love with a man, she can forget about their relationship. Sam pleads that she can explain, but Nikki is unconvinced, and as she is about to close the door, Sam pushes it, injuring Nikki. Sam gets on the top of Nikki and strangles her with her hands, eliminating her. After that, Sam heads towards Alice's place. She accuses Alice of having made her do terrible things. Alice holds a knife in defense. Sam tells her that now that Nikki is no longer in her life, Alice can have her. Her words convince Alice, and just as they are about to lock lips, Sam vomits blood in Alice's mouth. Alice falls to the ground, disgusted by the encounter. Sam then bites a piece of her neck and slams her face with a heavy material, eliminating her as well. Sam does not know what to do and decides to call Riley. She summons him into Alice's house and puts on makeup as she waits for him. After Riley arrives, Sam asks him if he cares for her, and he says that he does. Sam wants to be physical with him, but he says that he does not have protection. She replies that it is fine, and they start making love to each other. While making love, Riley tells Sam that he feels tingly inside her and that she is too wet. Suddenly, Riley feels something, and he retreats. He is shocked when he finds maggots falling out of Sam's private part. He quickly rushes to the bathroom to vomit, but becomes devastated when he finds Alice's lifeless body there. The final scene of the movie shows Sam driving a car while talking to her mother and calling for help. Her mother tells her to pull up and wait for her to arrive. Suddenly, Sam loses consciousness and falls while the car is still in motion. She crashes, and when she wakes up, she has turned into a zombie. The police have already arrived at the scene, and they tell Sam to calm down. Her mother is also at the scene, and she pleads with the cops not to shoot her. Sam rushes towards her mother, and there is an eerie sound of someone being bitten. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.